Action.
Good morning. Welcome to another segment of Coach's Corner. But anyway, my name is Gary Borum. How you doing this morning, everybody? I'd like to thank my fans and people who have been inquiring about certain things, which we'll get into in a second. But anyway, first off, I want to thank Mr. Larry Lambs for teaching me the Danzen Jiu-Jitsu system created by Henry Okasaki in the 1920s, which basically is a martial arts that's designed to eliminate individuals. Not so much this ground stuff, not so much this sports stuff that you see these days. But anyway, I'm not going to get stuck too much on me. I'm just going to talk about my instructors right now. But anyway, Larry Lambs is a good guy and stuff like that. And if you're ever out in Colorado Springs, go on Bijou Street to the Institute of Martial Arts. You will find him. And also being with him, you can get put on a lineage tree, just like I did. You can find it, danzenru.com. Okay, you go to Danzenru homepage, and then you go through all the names, and you will find my name, Larry's name, and a few other people's names. But anyway, and then I'd like to thank Fernand Vargas out of Chicago, who is my edge weapons instructor, who certified me to teach certified me to teach the Saber system, which is strategic anti-blade engagement response. I teach the civilian method. And then I would like to thank Richard Martin, who I'm currently training under now, who is instructing me in the Young Style Tai Chi. I'm doing actually the combative version. Now there's two different versions. You have the health version and the combative version. I am doing the combative version, and I just got finished with the 108 yesterday. In the 108, there's only one form in Taekwondo and Tai Chi. But anyway, those are shout outs to my instructors. Then I have Mike Brewer, who taught me who certified me as a phase 3 in the Jeet Kune Do concepts. Also, I learned the whole rapid assault tactic system from him. Okay, and he's a student of Paul Bunat. Anyway, Larry Lambs, back to Larry Lambs. Larry Lambs was taught by George Sherman. George Sherman was taught by Ray Law. Ray Law was taught by Henry Okasaki, founder of Danzen. And Ray Law was one of the, in fact, if not the first person to openly teach jiu-jitsu in the mainland in the 1930s. I think it was 1938 or 39. I never met him, but I heard he was a great guy. But anyway, I want to discuss about forms, katas, movements, or whatever you want to call them, postures. The way that you're training in these, the way you do them, it's not the way you're going to fight with them. You have to learn to extract from the movements. Extract from the movements. What I mean is this: if I'm fighting or defending myself, I'm not going to sit up there and try to do all this fancy stuff. Okay. I'm not going to sit up there and do all these little high kicks and all these fancy stuff that you see in the movies. The movie stuff is good for what they do, theatrical. Okay? So, you have to remember, what they do on TV will get you killed in the street. Okay? I say again, what you do on the TV will get you killed in the street. I know, I was out there. I was with a group called the Guardian Angels, Alliance of the Guardian Angels. I was in Denver, Colorado. I was the head trainer, teaching them people how to do stuff right. And we ran into a few confrontations. I've been through every major gang that they have in the United States is in Denver. Trust me when I tell you that. Okay, so I've had my share of street battles, and I don't like street battles. I try to avoid fight. Just because you avoid a fight, another thing we have to get straight. Just because you avoid a fight and walk away does not mean you're afraid. It means you don't want problems. People think because you're walking away or because you're older that you can't do anything. That's a bunch of hogwash. You know it, and I know it. As a martial artist, if you go and get yourself in trouble, you go and hit somebody, or break something on somebody. I always get these people saying, well, break his arm. Yeah, okay, break his arm, yeah, you won the fight, but then you got another battle. You got to go to court. And if you cannot justify why you broke that individual's arm, you're going to prison. And you will get in plenty of fights in there. Trust me. I've been on both sides of the fence. Never been in prison, but I've been on both sides of the fence. But anyway, let me explain to you another thing. Okay? Who are you training for? Are you training to impress others, or are you training for yourself? Dig down deep inside. And remember this, only 3% of people that train in MMA, and it's been proven, 3% people that train in MMA go to the UFC. Remember that. Okay, and now let's get into the knife fighting aspect. Knife fighting. Okay. It's a touchy subject because you got everybody walking around with a knife that thinks they know how to knife fight. Let me tell you something. I don't care what system of edge weapon training you have, or, you know, what extravagant name it is, Collier, Screamer, Sayat Collier, all that stuff. Doesn't matter which one you're doing, they're all as equally dangerous as the other. All it takes is one good placement of that blade and you're dead. You will bleed before you get to the hospital. Okay? A lot of these guys, they're doing stuff to sell products. Martial arts now, it's not like it was in the beginning. It was more about survival back then. Now it's about who has the biggest name, or who can win the most trophies, or who can go to UFC. And there's nothing wrong with that. I did some MMA stuff too, but I didn't do it to go in the UFC. I did it just to do it because I ain't had nothing else to do. Get some aggravation on my system. I'm retired now. I retired. My last fight was December 18th, 2008, and I was 9-6 when I retired, which was a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's put behind me. You know. Do I suggest anybody go do it? If that's what you do, do. That's just like apples and oranges. Which is better? It's your taste. Okay? Some people like bananas. Some people like strawberries. Some people like oranges. Some people like apples. Some people like it all. So it just depends on what you like. So don't follow behind nobody. Be yourself. And for the last word, I'd like to thank my boy Charlie. You know, he takes his time. He's doing his thing. You know, and he's here. You know, it's taking him a little while to get things done, but he's getting it done. He's taking his time, like I tell him. But then I've taught other people who want to learn real quick, and then they're wondering why they're not picking it up, because they're not practicing. You know what I'm saying? And remember this, when it comes to jiu-jitsu again, I have to say this. There are hundreds of variations of jiu-jitsu. None is better than the next. Remember, who are you training for?